welcome back. If you are new here, I'm Chris and I'm a medical doctor and PhD candidate in epidemiology. And I'm also helping the healthcare professionals to relocate to other countries. And we have our own website, globaljobforyou.info. We post a lot of global healthcare vacancy for doctors, nurses, and alliance healthcare workers. So if you are planning to relocate to another country, please visit to our website and start your international healthcare career with us today. Today in this video, I will provide practical and detailed step-by-step pathway for IMG to become a licensed specialist in Bahrain. So let's dive into it. The first step is you need to understand your specialist qualifications requirements. In Bahrain, they have a specialist qualifications requirements guideline, and they categorize into tier 1, tier 2s, and tier 3s. So you must understand your country specialist training is under tier 1 or tier 2 or tier 3. So you need to check it first. So if your specialist training is under tier 1 and tier 2, you can exam that specialist assessment exam. But if your training is under tier 3s, it's not avoidable to take a specialist exam. So and they have country list which country specialist training is under tier 1 or tier 2 or tier 3. So in here, let's see which countries they already recognize in their system. So some European countries and Western countries are already listed, but not all the countries are. Not all the countries specialist trainings are from tier 1 or and 2. Some trainees are in the tier 3. So let's see. They recognize some specialist training from Algeria, Arab countries, Argentina, Austria, Australia, Bahrain, Bangladesh, Belgium, Brazil, Bulgaria, Canada, and Denmark, Egypt, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, Hungary, India, Iran, Iraq, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Jordan, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Latvia, Lebanon, Libya, Lithuania, Luxembourg, and Malaysia, Malta, Mexico, Morocco, Netherlands, New Zealand, Nigeria, Norway, Oman, Pakistan, Philippines, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Russia, Serbia, Singapore, Slovakia, Slovenia, South Africa, Spain, Sri Lanka, Sudan, Sweden, Switzerland, Syria, Tunisia, Turkey, United Kingdom, United States of America, Venezuela, West Africa, West Indies, and Yemen. So they already categorize which country specialist trainees are under tier 1, 2, and 3. For example, even United States of America, certificates of completions of residence trainings accredited by the Accreditation Council of Graduate Medical Education is under tier 3. So they already mentions which specialist training is under tier 1 and 2, 3. But your country is not in the list, so you can't assume as your specialist training is under tier 3. So you must conduct specialist exam. Okay, so now you understand the categories or the tiers of the specialist training. Now you understand the tiers of your specialist trainings, and you can start your primary source of verifications through the DataFlow process. And I already explained frequently what about the DataFlow process and what is the verification process. You have to prepare your documents for the verifications, and verification process can take commonly 2 to 6 weeks, and it depends on to your documents issuers and your home country. So what are the requirements for this primary source of verifications? Mostly you have to prepare your passport, primary medical degree certificates and transcript, and your internship completion certificates with logbook, and postgraduate or specialist certificates, and full and detailed experience letters listing your duties, dates, and supervisor's name with a hospital letterhead, and your current and previous medical license or your registration certificates and good standing certificate from the last licensing authority, usually not less than 6 months old, and your detailed curriculum findings and passport photos and proof of address and police clearance for background check if needed, and any specialty training logbooks and exam result and CPD certificate. So you must prepare these documents in your hand before starting the primary source of verifications. And then another next step is that you have to submit your applications into the registration system. Your DataFlow PSP is underway or complete. You will have an invitation from the registration system. You need to log in and open the account for the online licensing applications, and you have to upload your PSP reference number and required documents and pay application fees again. So the National Health Regulatory Authorities will accept complete applications for exam eligibility. So this is the difference from another Gulf countries verifications and licensing process. Especially in the DHA process, you don't need this step. After your completely primary source of verifications, you can immediately undergo your prometric exam. Here, this is the additional step different from the DHA process. And the National Health Regulatory Authority review, and they will give you the outcomes, which exam you must sit. So if you are if your specialist training is under tier 1 and tier 2, you can exam the specialist exam. But if your training is under tier 3, you must undergo specialist assessment exam. But even you are from tier 1 and tier 2, you must undergo Bahrain licensing exam. This is for registrations, not for specialists. For those people who are under tier 3s, you must conduct both exam, basics, not basics, Bahrain licensing exam and National Health Regulatory Assessment Specialist exam. So if you are under tier 3s, you must conduct both exam, licensing exam and specialist exam. So let's talk about the licensing exam. Bahrain licensing exam is the same process with other prometric exam from Gulf countries. The exam fees is not expensive, and it's less than $500 US. So, and you can take it anywhere, so it's very comfortable for you. And it's a computer-based exam, and the number of exam questions is almost 150 questions, and you can take it almost 3 hours. So the pass rate is 60%, and the number of attempts, you can take it 4 attempts within 3 years, so it's flexible. And after passing this Bahrain licensing exam, you have to prepare for your specialist exam. The specialist exam is a little bit different from the licensing exam, and there is no single universal format, so you need to understand how to prepare it. For the tier 3 specialist qualifications holder outside of the Bahrain must pass the specialist exam for the specialist recognitions. So the pass marks is at 60%, same with the licensing exam pass marks, but there is no single format, you have to take MCQ only, or you have to take scenario-based assessments, or you have to go oral exam. So it depends on National Health Regulatory Authority response to you. You must take this exam MCQ based only. Also, you can't take it easily online. But they mentions you have to undergo oral exam. You come to the Bahrain, and the exam always mostly take in the National Health Regulatory Office or teaching hospital. So it depends on how they respond to your assessments. So after passing the exam, so this is the last part, and congratulations, you are ready to work in Bahrain. So if National Health Regulatory Authority is satisfies your PSP completions, exam pass, and your experience requirements meet their criteria, so they will grant the appropriate license, it must be specialist license or consultant license or recognized scope of practice. So you may receive the provisionals or supervised license first before you are full consultant's recognition. So after that, you can proceed with work visas, employment formality with your employer. So after getting your registrations, you can find the job, and you will get job offer from your employers, and you can proceed other steps like activations of the registrations and your work visa as well. So I hope this video will help you if you are a specialist in your home countries and you are ready not to step out other your designated country like Australia or Canada or US. So this is the very good chance to practice in Middle East countries, and the process is very clear and straightforward compared to the other countries like UAE. So I hope this video helped you a lot, and see you in my next video.